So we're in our greenhouse at our farm called Going Green Family Farms. We are located in Anderson, South Carolina, not too far from I-85. This is where our primary hub is for where we grow and package the produce that goes out to the chefs. So right now all of the seedlings start at our house, which is less than 6 minutes from the farm here. We start them under grow lights, and at about week 2, they go out into the greenhouse to harden off. Then we plant them into the dirt here at the farm. And at that point, we nourish them organically without any pesticides or herbicides, focusing on no-till regenerative techniques. And as soon as we see that the crop is at the peak of its harvestability, that's when we harvest it for flavor, for color, and freshness to then take to the chefs. During spring, we start with a lot of our radishes, lettuces, kale, going into preparation for your tomatoes and peppers, which are coming in the summer, along with summer squash. As you approach fall, we're preparing beds for garlic and broccoli, getting ready for fall, and then into winter is when we have Swiss chard and collards, onions and scallions. So it's almost like this poetic orchestration that is really neat to see, because by continuing to have plants just in the soil, it's continuing to feed those microorganisms and enriching the life of that soil, which then enriches the life of those plants, and in turn nourishes us. It is a lot of hard work. We're at the mercy of the weather. It's one of those few occupations of which there are very few aspects that we have complete control over. There are certain things like this greenhouse that can help with that. But I guess the root of it is knowing that we are trying to help renew the health and well-being of the soil, and through that, enriching the lives of people in our community by helping them with their nourishment as well.
Hopkins Farm, historic Hopkins Farm, was started, I guess, in 1834, and I am the 6th generation that's lived and worked and farmed here on this property. What I have is white Muscovy ducks. They are produced, I get them day old from a hatchery out of Pennsylvania. They are flown down here to Greenville, Spartanburg, and I pick them up and bring them here, and away we go, so to speak. The first 5 weeks they're in what I call a brooder. They have heat lamps as well. They need to be in about an 80 degree, 90 degree ambient temperature for the first 5 weeks, and then they're on grass for an additional 6 weeks to gain their weight. They're fed a 28% protein diet feed that is got mostly corn and soybeans to get a good high, and fish meal to get a good high protein. But after 11 weeks, they're processed, and I bring them home, and they're put in the freezer. And for the next 6 weeks, while the next set of ducks are growing out, I'm selling the previous set. I'm doing now about 185 ducks to a set. And I have 2 sets on the property at any given time. The hen's about 3.5 pounds, and the drake is about 5.5 pounds. This is a processed weight, and I sell them to restaurants in Greenville. But basically, the farm is all about, it sells itself. It's all about how things just work naturally, and we love it. It's just been an adage of labor of love.
So you got to meet both Nathan and Agnew. Those guys will send me a text message or an email early in the week letting me know what they have available. And if I know Agnew's bringing ducks, I know that'll be one of my proteins for the week. And then Nathan, for instance, will send me a list of produce, and I'll start thinking about what I want and try to buy as much as I can from him. And that'll be produce to pair with duck, so that'll just work in as many local produce items as we can, and then fill in the gaps with bulk providers, getting things like potatoes and stuff that aren't available locally right now, and we go from there. Deliveries start showing up. We start accepting whatever it is we ordered, and we start manicuring produce and butchering meats and getting them into production, whether it's curing items to cook a day or two later, or if it's something like fresh fish, it'll go right on the menu, and we'll do the menu for the day, and people start coming to the door and start ordering it, and we'll start pushing it out. I just find it's the most rewarding to work with people that are raising things locally. You get to meet the people that are growing the products, and they're super passionate about it, and that helps keep things fresh in our kitchen and gives us more reason to treat them with care and take their beautiful things that they grew down the road and to just create nice dishes with them and then feed them to people, and you get to kind of see the full circle. And then also you'll see the farmers come in here for lunch or dinner, and they'll order products that they just delivered in the back door, and it's pretty awesome. And that's just from the food perspective. The other aspect is that just keeping the money in the local economy as opposed to paying people's bills in California or Florida. Just get to keep things in the area and keep the local economy booming.